guys, can you hear us through the mic to Mandy's YouTube channel? And next to this chicken called don't forget to like, subscribe.
What's up, everyone? Welcome back to my channel. As you can see from the title of this video, I'm going to be giving you guys some great first year uni advice. So sit along for the ride. And for that, I've brought in a very special guest. Drum roll. Yay! This is Omuhle Majola, and she is joining me today. We're both first year uni students at the University of Cape Town. So, we know what we're talking about, you know. You want to introduce yourself?
Hi guys, my name is Omuche Machola and I am her best friend. Yeah, we've been kind of suffering first year, but it's gonna be alright. So we don't want you all to suffer, so we're here with the advice. Yeah.
Like, we had an interesting year, and we want you guys to, go in smooth sailing or know what you're in for, okay?
Yeah,
Period.
definitely.
Let's get into it.
That was great. Just by the way. Is that the end?
No, but you can edit it. I'm gonna put it in the very beginning.
Oh damn.
Okay, guys. So to start off with, the first category we have is just general stuff. It doesn't really fit into a box, but it's really important stuff that you need to know. And just for context, we are UCT students, so some of the stuff we say will be UCT tailored, but I'm sure you can apply to any university you go to. Some things you can't really apply. Just obviously take what you can get. So the first thing we have, and I feel like this is the most important thing to know, okay, you really need to understand that there's levels to this, okay?
Definitely.
There's levels to life. And when I mean levels, you're maybe a top achiever at your school, okay? Maybe you've always been the smart kid. I promise you, when you go to uni, you're gonna see the levels to this. Someone is gonna be smarter than you, someone's gonna be better at studying than you, someone is just gonna be better, okay? Like, it's gonna happen. Financially, listen to me now. You think, you got money, you're good, or you don't fall into peer pressure. Bruh, kids at uni have money. While you're taking a journey, someone's driving a G-Wagon. We've literally seen the
Uber
G-Wagons.
every day, and it's not just normal Uber, the Uber
Black.
Go, it's Uber Black, Uber Comfort. I mean, Comfort is but like,
yeah,
every
people have money
day?
out here.
Yeah.
So, and then another thing is beauty. Maybe you've always been the pretty girl in your family, at your school. Maybe the pretty guy at your school or in your family. I promise you, you're not all that. You're gonna go to Cape Town or Jersey or whatever school you go to, and you're gonna see Abantu, and it's like, wow.
Yeah.
Oh. So that's the first thing you just need to get out of the way. You need to understand that, okay, don't compare yourself, be good as you, because you're just never gonna reach everyone's level.
Yeah. And I think another thing we need to add is definitely how you wear, like your style basically. You just it's fine to wear what you wear, guys.
Yeah. Anyways, okay, so first thing you need to know, if you're UCT students, I'm sure most public universities, make sure you download the UCT app. Like, first day you get to UCT or Cape Town, download the UCT app. Why? It has everything you need, first of all, like your Outlook, Amatuba. You're gonna know what Amatuba is very soon. Let me not traumatize you for now. But what you need is a jammy schedule, okay? So the jammies are just blue buses that take students from different areas across the UCT Cape Town vicinity, okay? So these jammies only come at certain times. It's not just hop on whenever. So you need the schedule, and that's on the UCT app. I'm sure while you're doing your registration applications, you probably downloaded it. But yeah, that's something really important you to know. And I can't speak for all races and all places, but if you live at Tagwa, Leo Marquette, Baxter, Grasha Marshall, Kilindini, College House, or Campus Key Rosebank, the jammy you need to take is the Tagwell jammy. Okay, that goes to North Stop. And I know I was super confused in the beginning of like, where am I going? What do I need to hop on? If you're in any of those races, you're gonna be told which race you're in. Or if you're at Campus Key, you're taking the Tugwell Jammy to North Stop. Okay. If you're going to South Stop, just hop on Claremont and you'll be fine. Yeah.
Okay, guys. Another thing is don't be afraid to ask people where to go and where to be. Like, literally, don't be afraid.
Yeah.
We're all learning, like, the campus. We don't know other places, even though we've, like, finished our first year.
Yeah. We're second years
So,
and we don't know everything.
yeah. So don't be afraid. People are not gonna be like, what are you doing here? No, they're literally gonna help you. If they don't know, they don't know, and they're gonna tell you that they
Yeah.
don't know.
And
Okay.
orientation week is the week to find out all that kind of information. So use it wisely, go along places so you can see where you need to be. So that when classes actually starts, you kind of have a little idea of at least what jammy you're getting on and
Yeah.
stuff like that. And also, I feel like when I used to watch these videos when I was like growing up, a lot of people used to say stuff like, "Guys, people are cold. The streets are cold. Nobody cares about you. No one's gonna help you." That's kind of not true. Like if
Mm.
you go to someone and say, "Hey," and ask someone who looks approachable, "Hey, do you know where this is?" They will actually help you. Someone people I asked when I was in orientation week when I literally didn't know where to go. The ground staff, the ladies cleaning on the side, the people mowing, like the ground staff know what's going on, and also CPS.
Mm.
Like CPS is your best friend. Well, for some things,
Yeah,
but
yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
like I promise you, you're gonna find your way.
So another thing is that, guys, once you get your offer to study at basically any university, not specifically UCT, just make sure that you accept, if you've made up your mind that you want to go to that university, accept or decline if you don't want to go to that university, because there are still people that are wanting to actually, like, obviously be enrolled, and they are still on the waiting list. And if you're not declining that offer that they've given you, if you're not wanting to go there, then you're kind of making them wait. And yeah, it's just, that thing.
Just
So
to give other people an opportunity, just reject it early or accept it early. Okay, so if you're a student, you're not gonna have a lot of time on your hands. You also don't have a lot of money on your hands either. So a great way to go about it is to meal prep for dinner or even for lunch if you can. Just buy stuff in bulk, cook, get those containers that you can put in the freezer and like they're specifically made for meal prepping. That'll save you a lot of time and a lot of energy. And for now, you might be thinking, "Oh no, I'll cook. It's fine." I promise you, you're gonna get tired and you're gonna be lazy. And then what happens? You end up buying takeaway,
mm.
which also wastes more of your money. So meal prepping is definitely something you should do.
And then the next thing is, guys, when it comes to, like, your faith, I think it's really great for you to be grounded in what you were taught at home. And when people come to you talking about God the Mother, please be aware about that. Like, just please.
Get the hell out of my house. In Jesus' name, I pray. I rebuke it in the name of the Lord.
Just be grounded with what you were taught at home, and you'll be fine. Please just don't be going to things that are literally going to, I don't know, do weird things to you, because yeah.
Guys, God the Mother is everywhere.
Mm.
Like every university, bruh. Like those people are committed, man. And a shame. I feel like we pick on God the Mother. Obviously, I'm not hating on anyone's religion, but like that's just a common one.
Yeah.
Like there's a lot of different cults that are gonna try trap you or like do a lot of weird things.
Yeah.
Just like obviously be wary of it. Yeah, because there's a lot of it.
Okay, guys, and I know, Pilla, it's uni and we have freedom and everything like that, but just beware, guys. Please always share your location with the people that you trust, not with anyone, the people that you trust, and just tell people where you're going, people
Yeah.
that you trust, where you're going, because yeah, yeah.
And a common app a lot of my friends use. I don't have it personally, but Life 360 is great
Oh,
if
yeah.
you're someone like that. Have a little group with some of your friends, even if it's just two people, so they can know your location, especially when you guys are going out. It's really important.
Mm.
Yeah. Okay, now let's talk about the mindset shift from high school to varsity. First of all, in terms of academics, like nobody cares about your work.
Mm.
No one's gonna chase after you. No one's gonna ask you, and you're not gonna be there like, ah, ma'am, ma'am, ma'am. Like, no, there's
Mm.
none of that. Like, so you need to really be prepared for that, and just know going in that you're gonna be dedicated to your work, and you're gonna submit and you're gonna go to class and all of those things because genuinely no one is chasing you. No one cares, bro. Like, do your work. It's for
Literally,
you.
yeah. I think we used to hate the fact that like our teachers in high school used to be like, nobody's going to care if you do your work or not. Like, it used to piss me off, but it's actually the truth, and like
Yeah, it's really
nobody
the
really
truth.
cares,
Like,
really.
imagine there's 300 of you in a lecture. Like, the lecture's not gonna ask you for your work, and that's
Yeah.
crazy. It's literally up to you.
Yeah. Symphony.
Obviously, going from high school to varsity, there's a lot more independence. Like, we all know that, and you don't even realize how much independence you have until you're in varsity, and then you go back home for vac, and you're like, oh, I have to like ask parents now to like
Yeah,
go
I want to
out
go
and
to
do
my
that.
friend's house. Like,
Yeah, and it's like, okay. But the important thing with varsity, guys, use that independence wisely. Okay, like don't overdo it. Just because you can do whatever now doesn't mean don't go to class every day. I did that, but like don't be like me.
that's why it's
Don't, like, actually take responsibility for your life. Don't, because now you can go out at 2 a.m. doesn't mean do it every day. You know what I mean? So just be responsible and just don't go overboard. And I feel like another good way to do that is by the people you keep around you. But we'll get into that in terms of friends a bit later on.
accommodation.
Accommodation, honey.
Okay.
Okay, guys, this is the big one.
Yeah.
Especially if you're studying anywhere in Cape Town. This is for everywhere, honestly, but yeah, Cape Town is in its own level. The accommodation situation.
Mm. And I can literally testify to that. It is, yeah.
Yeah, it's quite hectic.
Yeah.
So, just if you haven't found a place to stay, obviously you can apply for the raises. I think the applications for that happens during the year, and then you get a space. If you don't get a space, there are private accommodations, specifically student private accommodations. So the ones I know that you guys can apply to is Campus Key, either in Rosebank or Observatory. The Residence is a good one. Proper Living is another one, and then a bit further away we've got My Domain. So those are
Okay.
the private, like, student accommodations that I know of that you guys can look into. And the vibe there is like, yeah, students partying, it's nice if that's kind of like your vibe.
Mm.
So yeah.
Yeah, and guys, I'd really, really advise that if you don't have accommodation, like by the time you get your matric results or whatever it is, yeah, it's kind of try for you because like spaces full up. Like if you're first year, they will literally prioritize you at school to get school residence, obviously. But literally, if you didn't get school residence, and yeah, it's kind of try for you, and you're gonna have to like opt for higher prices, like maybe 12K a month for another apartment like far away from school. So yeah, just try get like accommodation as soon as possible.
Yeah, don't put it off till the last minute. Like, make sure you apply and also look for private accommodations. And yeah, just make sure you're good so that by the time you get to school, you at least know where you're gonna sleep. And it's maybe a cheaper place before the cheaper places fall out.
Mm.
And also, it's not like either res or a private accommodation. You can also stay at like digs, or some
Mm,
people rent
mm.
out their
Yeah,
houses. So look for all your options and make sure they make sense.
yeah. And a lot of people actually like, because I remember people asking me, why is it so expensive? Why didn't you find accommodation like, like in the beginning of the year? And I think it's because, in CBT, there's like a lot of universities around like in Rondebosch especially, kinda. So there's literally like UCT, there's yeah CPUT, there's after, there's Varsity College, there's what other schools, you know?
Cape. I don't know. There's a lot. Even the
Yeah, there's a
smaller
lot.
ones. Yeah.
Yes, there's a lot of universities. There's even what is this, you know, those schools where you thingy chefs and everything like that. Yeah.
Culinary schools,
Yes, so there's a
fashion
lot.
schools, also.
Yeah, so there's a lot of schools, so that's why it gets full so quickly. That's why also the prices are high, because the demand is very high. So yeah.
Yeah. Make sure you look into it early.
Yeah.
Mm,
Friends. Oh. I get those minutes.
oh.
Oh yeah, no, correct. Yeah.
I was gonna say, when you're looking for a place and you have options, if you're a person that has options available to you, just if you can, try look into the place that you're gonna be living at. Like if you know you're not a raised person, like obviously don't go to a raise.
Mm.
Um yeah, if it's like a female only raise and you know that's just not your vibe, maybe you're into a girls' school, you don't want a vibe like that. Obviously make sure you find something that's completely different. Like the campus keys that are it's like co-ed, it's boys and girls. If you know you're not gonna like something like proper living, you know the vibe there from just what you've seen on social media, obviously you don't go there, because I think the place that you live at can really affect your mental health
Mm.
and then everything else. So just make sure you're in a place that you want to be. That goes for even the university and the city you're in. Just try and make sure it fits your personality and who you are, because you don't want to feel out of place everywhere and every day. Yeah. Okay, and the next category is friends. Okay, so this is obviously an important one. And it's obviously nice to have friends when you're going to uni. So the best time to make friends in uni is O week.
Mm.
Like O week, O week, O week. And I feel like a lot of people say this, but genuinely it's the best time only because it's the only socially acceptable time to just like walk up to a random person and be like, hey, what's your name? You know, like obviously any other time it's kind of like weird, you know,
Mm.
people have their friends, people have their groups. So during like the first 2 3 weeks of uni, at your raise as well, like it's like it's normal for you to go up to people, for people to come up to you.
Mm.
So try to chat to people. Obviously not everyone you speak to is gonna stick, and that's fine,
Yeah,
it's
that's
normal.
totally fine.
Yeah, so just really use OE to make friends.
Yeah. And I think another thing is just like about like O week making friends. Yes, you make friends. And I've realized that a lot of people that make friends in O week, later on the year they kind of fall out. So, and that's okay,
Yeah.
guys. It's literally okay to like fall out at the end of the year. You guys were friends for a season, now it's a different season. So yeah.
Everybody comes and goes,
Mm.
it's fine. Yeah, and also if you don't make friends during all week, you're gonna make them later in the year. That one time you're in a tat and you just start talking to
Mm,
someone,
mm,
you can make friends like that. There's lots of ways to make friends, so it's okay. So also that being said, it's obviously normal to not find your people immediately. And in first year, loneliness is it's common, it's okay,
it's
but it's
very
very
common. Yeah.
temporary. I'm sure you'll make friends. Especially if you actually put yourself out there and try, it'll come your way eventually. Yeah.
And I've another thing that I can testify to really is like the loneliness. Obviously, first semester for me was kind of rough. I was homesick, and you're literally gonna get homesick, and yeah, it's just you have to be brave, you know. And then I think you get like used to in the environment, and then you just blend into everything. So it's okay to feel lonely, but just make sure that you at least have like that like group that you can speak to.
Acquaintances.
Yes, yeah, that you can speak to and everything like that. Join societies and subcommittees, guys. Literally that will help you in your social life. So in societies you can get like sports, you can get
Christian groups, even your
yeah,
societies at UCT.
yeah.
Yeah.
So you can get a lot, and it's really great to just mingle with people that can relate to things that you also like. It's
Mhm.
very very nice. So join those things, guys. They will really help you, and especially if you're not like a person that parties and everything like that, and you don't do those stuff. So it's great for you to like, join things that can, yeah.
However, if you do join these societies, make sure that you don't overcommit. Maybe you have like a lot of hobbies and interests, and you're just, excited to join all of these things. Like, trust me, especially in first semester, don't like sign up for all the subcoms, don't join all the societies.
Mm,
You're just not gonna have time. So rather first semester, join like one or two, see how you can manage your time, see how involved you are in these societies, and then you can either decrease or add as the year goes on,
yeah.
because yeah, you don't want to overload yourself from the very beginning.
Yeah. And I think another thing is that in some of these societies and subcommittees that you actually kind of have to like pay.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry to ruin. But like you have to kind of pay, and I remember that there was a sports that I was doing and I had to pay, but it's not that much honestly for the whole year. So maybe if you can just budget for that, yeah, that'd be great.
And also, you don't want to pay money and then you can't go to it. It's like now
That's
you've
true.
wasted your money. So yeah, just be sure of what you're signing up for. And another reason to join some societies or any committees, like it genuinely builds character. Like I joined one for like the BLA. Some of you might know the BLA. And I was so scared. Imagine walking into a lecture room of adults and other like final year students. And I was part of the media team. So I was there taking pictures of people. So it's a really scary experience, but it
Mm.
obviously, like, because of that, I was able to talk to like the director at Bowman's just because I was on the media team. Obviously, it doesn't help me because I was a first year, but like you can really meet some people, important people that might help you in your career. And yeah, it just builds confidence, and it's something else to go on the CV, so it doesn't hurt.
Yeah, it's great to socialize so that like in the future you don't know what that can actually do for you. So yeah.
So, guys, another really important thing is money and budgeting.
Yeah.
Like, that's a huge thing as a student. So, go in with the plan. So, there's lots of things you can do with this, but you can take your allowance, whether it's from your parents or your bursary or NASFAS, whatever it is. Get your allowance and how much you get every month, and you can just download even a budgeting app or a planner, whatever. That way, you can control your money and you can see where it's going. Allocate a certain amount for groceries, another amount for having fun, and another amount for whatever it is that you do. You know what you do with your money. So just so that you know like where everything is going, and so that you don't overspend. And also, it is normal for the first month or two to just like splurge. I know in like Feb, I was like, where did my money go? And that's when I only started getting like a budget plan and stuff like that, because I saw like, yo, this is a waste of money. If you don't budget, I promise you, it's not gonna work out. I think I saw another rule, like you can use the budgeting rules where you can save 30% of your money. You spend 60% on this, and then you spend 10% on that, stuff like that. So yeah, just make sure you do that. Okay, as something where oh, one thing where your money will go a lot, and when I say
Mm,
a lot
mm,
on
mm.
campus, is this thing called Food and Connect. Please stay away from it because it will take so much of your money. Like genuinely stay away from takeaways, Food and Connect, or the little shops on campus. Like I promise you it adds up. For one day you'll be like, oh, it's just 40 bucks, oh, it's 50 bucks. 50 bucks every day?
Mm.
No. No.
That's literally like 250 the whole week.
Yeah.
So
No.
guys, on that note, just have a packed lunch. I know that sounds so primary school, high school, but like it'll really help you. It really, really will. And another thing is that, guys, it's really not that deep because you there only for like, let's just say what, 4 classes. And I mean, they could one could be 8 a.m. and then the other one is literally 3 p.m. So I think it's great for you to just do a packed lunch. It really helps your budget as well. Okay, another thing is, guys, please live within your means. Like, do not be
Yeah.
peer pressured into like "Yeka ukuhlupha abazali kangako."
Oh
I'm
my
just
god.
joking, but like just live within your means, guys. It's okay to not be able to buy something that's like you really don't need. It's
Yeah.
okay. And yeah, just live within your means. Be the same as you were at home. Like it's okay. You don't have to like change and everything like that. And another thing, guys, is please don't open store accounts, and like you will
Yeah.
literally suffer and die. Like literally. Imagine you have your allowance now, you have to buy groceries, you have to have money to obviously like take care of yourself, and now you have an account that you have to pay for. Like please
It's a
don't
lot.
kill yourself. Like literally don't open accounts. You will literally create a bad credit score
Credit
for
score.
yourself. Like, and that will literally be bad for yourself. Yeah.
Okay, so first of all, when you're in class, I really suggest taking notes. Now, for me personally, I was so scared before I went to uni because I was like, oh no, I don't know how to type fast. I can't type while I'm listening, all of those
Mm.
things. But it's actually normal to just pen and paper. Like I don't know why I had the mentality of you just have to use a
Mm,
laptop.
yeah.
You don't. So if anyone else is scared of that, like so many people just get a pen and paper and write notes. Yeah, like even if you don't, there are lecture slides, but obviously if you're in a class where there aren't lecture slides, make sure you try to take notes. Even if you're not good at it, it's just something you're gonna have to practice.
Yeah, yeah, and I think another thing is that the lecture slides and everything, some of the courses don't actually like, put it out there for you. So you have to take notes in class, and that's it for you. Yeah.
Okay, so if you're a law student, oh my goodness, please, I'm actually begging you, read your cases before class. Like, actually read them, understand it. Well, you're not really gonna understand it, and that's the main thing. You're gonna tell yourself that you know what you're doing, but when you're in class, but you don't. Like, you need to read the cases before, so that when you do go to class, you just adding to the understanding. Like, I promise you, it's not enough to do one or the other. You have to do both. Read them before and go to class.
Mm.
Like, trust me, I know, because I suffered because I didn't do this. So please make sure you read your cases or any other reading that needs to be done. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that really applies to like most of the courses that I also did, and majority of all the like courses in uni. Like it's, guys, yo, please do your readings. It really, really does help to do your readings so that when you get to class, you understand what the lecturer is talking about. And then, obviously, with the assessments that you get, maybe if you get assessments weekly, you understand what you actually like, writing down or getting assessed on. Yeah.
Yeah, it's very hard to catch up in uni. Like there is no catch up.
Yo.
Like you have to do it now.
Yeah,
Now,
you don't want to
now.
be like, 3 weeks behind,
Yeah.
because that's a lot.
Yeah.
That's really, really a lot.
Yeah. Okay, and then again with academics, just please make sure you ask for help from whoever you can ask for help from, like whether it's your peers or just really make use of office hours from your lecturer or book consultations with your tutors. Like you actually pay for that service, make
Mm,
use of it.
yeah.
I know for some people it might be hard because like I know for me it was hard because like in high school I never had to ask teachers, oh please help me. I just understood the work. It's not gonna happen in uni. So make sure you ask for help early before it's late. And I promise you it gets late and then there's no recovering. So yeah, make sure you just use all those resources that are available to you.
So, guys, there's a difference between lectures and tutorials. Lectures are like classes. You go there, and the lecturer is literally there, and they obviously,
Explaining the
yeah,
content.
they explaining the content and everything like that. Then you have tutorials where it's kind of like, I would say,
Application, I
yeah, it's
guess.
like application. It's like yeah, it's basically like application. You basically go there and they give you, usually it's the lecture or the course conveyor. They basically give you like work, and they're like, okay, so this is what you guys need to do when it's tight and everything like that. You ask when you're in tight. That's where you actually have smaller groups. You are split into smaller groups, and then you can ask the person who's the tutor. Basically, you can ask them questions. They can obviously explain things that you wouldn't really ask for in a lecture theater. So yeah, so that's kind of like the difference between lectures and tutorials. Then test week,
Oh,
the biggest monster, literally. So yeah, some courses, guys, they test weekly, and some courses test when it's test week. And test week is basically a week or two sometimes where it's literally just tests, and you get tested on the content that you've been studying for the semester. Well, yeah, the semester. And yeah, just be ready when it's test week because
Yeah.
yeah.
Test week is one of the reasons why there is no waiting till later to catch up.
Mm,
Like when it's test week, have your notes ready, have everything ready. You can't be starting from week one when it's test week and you have a test every day and you studying everything. No, like it's proper hell. Please
yeah.
make sure you're ready for it.
Yeah.
And then last piece of advice.
Enjoy uni, guys. I genuinely feel like if you don't get yourself into trouble, you'll be fine. You'll actually enjoy university, and you'll be alright. Like you'll be all right. I think it's really part of growing up. It's a beautiful moment, actually. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
You have times where you're gonna cry, and then you have times where like, oh yes, I did that. You
Yeah.
know, and try find something nice for yourself to do. Like I think for me personally, I found content creation being like, the escape thing for me. So that was really great for me, and it would be great if you also found something that like
Yeah.
helps you in coping and everything like that. But enjoy uni, guys. It's amazing. Like I think it's such a crucial part in our lives, and it's amazing. I'm glad that I took the opportunity and go to like attend university. And yeah, although it's hard in some aspects, but it's really great, not gonna lie.
Yeah. And then also, for me, I feel like uni is what you make it.
Mm,
So, like, if you have a bad experience, obviously we have a lot of external pressures and stuff going on, but like, it can't just be that uni is bad. Like you need to put yourself out there. You need to make it what you want it to be,
yeah.
because your life is literally in your hands. So yeah, just enjoy it. And then another really big thing for me is to just have resilience, because wow, it's
Mm,
hard,
yeah.
guys. Yo, it's hard. And it's very easy to be like, even me right now, I can just be like, you know what, I'm not going back. Like, I'm not going back, I'm done.
So
But you
true.
just keep pushing, and you know what you want for yourself and in your life.
Guys, a fun fact actually that I also saw online is that there's actually like a difference between academic degrees
And
and professional
professional
degrees.
degrees, yeah.
So apparently professional degrees are like, when you're studying to go to a certain type of profession. So for example, if you're studying like a BCom in accounting, you're probably studying obviously to get to a point where you are a CA or whatever it is, an accountant. And then you have academic degrees where you're basically just studying to like get knowledge and to academically, equip yourself. Obviously you still get that degree, but it doesn't really lead you to a
A
certain
job,
profession.
yeah.
Yes, so
Yeah,
yeah.
something to be aware of when you're picking a degree. um that kind of information. Do you want to like work the specific job you want to go to? Obviously, then tailor your degree towards that.
Yeah.
But yeah, obviously everyone knows what they're going to do with their degrees, but just information to know.
Yeah, guys, have fun, please. Yo, uni is nice. Have fun, have
Yeah,
fun.
for sure.
That was weird, but yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna edit that so much. Yeah.
Oh my
What else
goodness.
did Another thing, textbooks, guys. Oh my
Oh.
goodness. Textbooks are expensive. And people always used to say this. And I was like, oh, okay, whatever. Until I got to uni. I promise you, I have a textbook right now. It's called Foundations of South African Law. I think it's by one of the editors, is Amanda Barris. I don't know. But that book, I genuinely, I was shocked when I bought it. 1,000 rand. 1,000. I was taken aback. So if you know that maybe you'll be in a group with your first year class, maybe for that subject, I'm sure someone will send a PDF of that book. If you know that you can read off a laptop and you can use that, or a digital version of anything,
Mm,
don't buy the textbook. Just get that. But if you
yeah.
know that you need a hard copy, obviously then that's just money you're gonna have to be willing to spend. But yeah, some textbooks are insane. Like obviously, if you're doing accounting, I'm sorry to say, just from what I've
Yeah.
seen, I think
Mm,
you're gonna need the textbooks.
you're really
But
gonna
if you
need
know
them.
it's something where I can get away with this, don't buy them. Just get the PDF and you call it a day.
Mm.
Yeah. Thank you so much, guys. I really, really hope you enjoyed this video. If you have any questions, genuinely, I would love to help you. Leave them down in the comment section below and I'll get back to them. Yeah. Bye.
Bye.